Hey everyone, stick with us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications for when we go live, tap the bell. We go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before market open. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. If you're here right now, say what up, what's going on? S&P's down 62. Dow's down 592. NASDAQ down 177. It's a slaughter out there. What is going on? It's getting a little crazy. What's going on, Jose? Jeff, Trevor, Manchild, what is going on this morning? Just getting some things popping here. We got Microsoft at 207. And that was that. I mean, it's within the expected move, but yeah, dang, that thing took a beating. Yo, Derek, what's happening, man? Trying to wake up. Trying to wake up a little bit. I'm just pulling up some things here, and we're gonna get it going. So, first things first. Microsoft getting clobbered, I think, on lower guidance. I'm just trying to pull this up here. So Microsoft weak revenue guidance, which is not good. Microsoft, results beat across the board as Azure grew more than some analysts had expected, which, if you don't know what Azure is, it's their cloud business. The company's gross margin is benefiting from an accounting change related to deprecation of server equipment. Okay, so EPS came in $1.82 versus $1.54. Revenue at $37 billion versus $35 billion. Where's their guidance? Guidance. Oh, here we go. With respect to guidance, Microsoft expects $39.5 billion to $40 billion in fiscal second quarter. The company's chief financial officer told analysts on a conference call that the middle of the range, 39.95, implies 8% annualized growth, and it's below the consensus estimate of 40.43. Hood suggested that softer business demand would continue to cut into Windows licensing revenue. So, it's not like terrible. So they miss it by $500 million, 500 million. But yeah, it is getting slammed. Boeing is getting clobbered as well. Yo, what's going on? John, Rob. Yeah, Microsoft expectations are so high, yeah. Boeing is going to be, they're going to be laying off a lot of people. No stimulus. So Boeing would have been a benefit, able to benefit from the stimulus and the jobs. They're saying that Boeing is targeting 10% cut to its staff, which their staff was 160,000 people. So, Boeing's told employees the company aims to have a staff of 130,000 by the end of 2021. So that means they're going to be cutting 30,000 jobs. The announcement came after the company reported the third quarter results. Yeah, EPS $1.39 versus $2.52. Why was it so high? Why was it so high? Revenue was at $14 billion versus $13.9 billion. BA is going to be at penny stocks. I do expect a bounce here at some point, but I mean, I'm just being extremely cautious, which is probably costing me a lot of money. You know what I mean? So Boeing, the pandemic's impact of air travel demand, which is not back to half of last year's levels, has worsened Boeing's crisis, which started 2 years ago with the first of the two crashes of its best-selling 737 Maxes. Dang. Let it burn to the ground. Ariana, why would you want that? Come on. Come on. Yeah, I mean, so kind of tell you what my positions are. I mean, I made a little bit off of the NASDAQ futures last night. Probably, I don't have those diamond hands like Trevor does. So, we made a little bit on that. I'm currently short UPS. I'm shorting, and I was shorting it in the money call spread. It was a 1-to-1 scenario. Max profit was 125. Max loss is 125. So I got a $1.25 credit for it. So I'm short the 167.50s, and I'm long the 170. So around, what's that at right now? We're at like 164. So at 164, I'll be up like $50 or so. I mean, I'm not looking to make a big trade here, just looking to make a tiny trade. UPS, I mean, just got hammered, but I mean, I think we could have saw this coming, guys. I mean, even though they did have good profits, profit rise of 12%, they beat expectations. Like, this is the season that we're in right now. This is the season that we're in right now. We're in where companies may be beating expectations, but they're just so high. Expectations are just so high, and people are like, I don't understand. It had amazing earnings. I talked about it in my video last night a little bit. I don't understand. They had amazing earnings, and the stock is dropping. I mean, that's the situation we're in. That's the situation we're in right now. People are investing not for last quarter, but they're investing for the quarters to come. And apparently, people are starting to think about 2021 in a negative way, So, net income rose $2 billion. How they do UPS dirty like this? They give them a garbage article. They give them a pretty bad article. Yeah, so I mean, just concentrate. I'm kind of glad that we're back to the charts, because I was kind of thinking, if you're looking at FedEx for last earnings, FedEx last earnings popped way down. Continued its uptrend, but it got popped and then came back down. UPS, I mean, their chart was a little bit more sloppy. So I thought I was pretty much targeting the 160 area down in here. I'm like, okay, it went up pretty high. Last quarter, this thing is just ripping. I mean, how much more does it have to give? I mean, and sometimes, when we're in an extremely bull market, things are going to be moving way up just for no reason. UPS could have posted the biggest loss in history, and the stock probably would still went up. But that's not the situation we're in right now. What impact do you think the tech CEO earnings hearings will have? So I do have that up here. Honestly, I don't think that it's going to have too much of an impact just yet. They're trying to, what do they say? The CEOs of Facebook, Google, and Twitter released prepared remarks on Tuesday that warn against repealing Section 230, the statute that protects the social networks from liability for their users' posts. The remarks were released in advance of Wednesday's hearing with the Senate Commerce Committee. Yeah, I mean, now, honestly, I think it's dumb. because how is Facebook or Twitter going to be liable for what somebody posts? Because then if you're liable, you're going to have extreme censorship. Like, I mean, maybe they know what they're doing, but honestly, I mean, I guess if I guess right now, Trevor, probably not a whole lot, but if Facebook, let's just say for instance, Facebook is found guilty of organizing a riot downtown Chicago, and they use Facebook to communicate. You know, Facebook's going to have to do things to censor these people, you know, and it's going to be like, you know, like what they did in Egypt and stuff. You know, they turned the networks off. I mean, I think maybe that's what the government wants, but like, I think that is obviously very dangerous. Like, censoring. I mean, they're already censoring political posts. They're already censoring, you know, right-wing posts, left-wing posts. They're censoring posts about masks. I mean, so, and that's without them being liable. And they're like, you know, they're trying to, I mean, I think that they're in a very tough spot because, yes, there's a lot of fake information on the internet. Like, literally anybody could create a post. I mean, we've probably all seen like our moms or grandmas share a post that like somebody just created in Photoshop in their basement that wasn't real, but they're like, oh, see, I told you XYZ was fake and blah, 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 and you shouldn't, you know, do all this stuff. And like, listen, that doesn't look like a very, you know, Bob in Connecticut doesn't seem like a very reliable source here. You know what I mean? So I think short term, I think it'll be fine. Long term, I think it's very, very, very dangerous. You know, I think that it's dangerous. And the thing is, like, a lot of the people that are in politics right now actually don't understand how the technology works. You know, they don't understand how it works. They don't understand how they're, you know, they just don't understand it. So how is that different than group text or WhatsApp, you know? Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, you won't even be able to use WhatsApp. You know? I'm just saying, like, yeah, I mean, people organizing, but it's also going to impact the good. I mean, there's a lot of bad online, but I honestly think the good outweighs the bad. You know what I mean? Like, in this scenario. Yeah, I mean, most of these guys, Trevor, are probably operating with a flip phone, and they don't actually do anything. I highly doubt any of those guys even send emails themselves. You know, they all have personal secretaries, and their secretary's got a secretary. The secretary of the secretary's got a secretary. So honestly, those guys, I don't think they don't even know what's going on. They don't know what, you know, their team manages their Facebook pages, all their political posts. I mean, you know, I don't think Joe Biden actually manages his Twitter account. I mean, I'm just saying. You know, people like that. I don't think they understand the technology, and they need some, you know, younger people to get in there and, like, you know, like, I don't think anybody in their 40s or younger would want this. You know, I don't think. So I'm just going to be honest with you. Yeah, here you go. Weakening and removing Section 230 will also lead to more speech removal on social networks and will further limit networks' ability to address harmful content. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you though. Like, put yourself in their shoes. Like, you're in a rock and a hard place, and I don't think they thought that. I don't think that, obviously, when Mark Zuckerberg and Jack Dorsey, all these people started these social networks, they weren't thinking like, oh, I think potentially somebody could use this to overthrow the government one day. I think they were like, hey, it'd be cool to hang out with your friends and share stuff online, you know? And then it became this thing where, the internet now is just so toxic that, like, especially during political season right now, like, 2020 has brought out the most toxic comments out of people. Like, people are like that, even people that you love and respect, you're like, oh, okay. Well, good morning to you. You know what I mean? I've seen, I have a lot of, it's just crazy. It's a public forum and it isn't. I'd rather have fake news and have an open forum. Yeah. I mean, there's a way to check the fake news too. It's not like I don't know, but they're like, who's checking the fake news? Who's the fake news checker? Who's the internet has definitely brought on a lot of conspiracy theorists. First it was the Illuminati, right? And now it's your own government. I don't know. I mean, I'm probably if they pass that, probably won't even be able to say this stuff on here. YouTube's gonna come for me. They're like, I think personally, I think it's a bad idea. I do think that Facebook, Twitter, and Google need to do better at a lot of things, but removing Section 230, I don't think it's gonna be better. I think it's gonna make things worse. I don't know. I think it's bad. I think it's real bad. And then, obviously, if they do long term, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad for obviously Facebook, Twitter, revenue, Snap, all those things. Because what are you gonna do on there? I wonder if Spotify could take a hit. Lots of backlash from Alex Jones on Jerry. Let's take a look. I guess today's not a good indicator because everything is taking a hit. But yeah, it's down. It's down $7. Spotify. Yo, Ice Cooler, what's going on? If you're just joining, say what up. Hit the like button. Definitely appreciate you guys. Home buying. So mortgage applications eke out a weekly gain. Just rising 0.2%. Refinances pushed to 1.7%. I do think it has a lot to do with the winter coming. I don't know. I don't think like the market is going to immediately drop or anything, right? But yeah, probably want to just be mindful. Keep an eye on housing though, especially when we get to like Q2 2020. 2021. Like, just keep an eye on this. I'm a little concerned about the market just ripping, and home buying. There was a home buying frenzy and people just buying to buy. So just be careful. Yo, DJ Mestar, what's going on? Peloton, what do you guys think? So market's tripping on the coronavirus. Peloton's pushing back up. Zoom pushing way back up. Man, what is going on here? Come on. All right, here we go. SPY Daily is going to be fun today. Yeah, I think that if we're looking at SPY right now, I think the nightmares are coming true. We're at 331 right now. We closed at 338. That's a 7-point drop, and people, were expecting. Yesterday was a consolidation day. Everything was holding on. We were pinging back between $1.50 to $2 on SPY, but now we just, the levee broke, and we're potentially going to be down in the 320 area. I really think so. If we go to the 320 area, we opened the year at 324. We could potentially see the S&P red for 2020. Now, there's a lot of things that's going to happen. Maybe we'll get a Santa rally. Maybe after the election, things will die down. Maybe once that event is over, things will just push back up. I don't know. But all I know right now are my kind of initial targets right now. Once we break the 330 area, I'll be looking for 320. That's essentially what I'm looking for right now. Experts are really saying 100,000 new cases a day soon. Dang. So, yeah, I do think that we're going to get a bounce. We're not going to go, straight down. Even the NASDAQ bounced yesterday. If you look at the Qs, we had a nice bounce up yesterday. It went from 276, went all the way back up to 283. So we had a nice range from there, a nice bounce, solid bounce. But, even though the Qs were green yesterday, we're going to revisit these lows, 276 area. The only thing that could really save it is some of these earnings, like Amazon. Amazon's not doing that bad this morning, but they have earnings on Thursday. Apple has earnings on Thursday as well, and Apple is looking a little dicey though on the 1-year chart. Tonight we do have earnings on Pinterest, Visa, eBay, Gilead, and then tomorrow morning, you have Spotify, Shopify, you got Penn. I think Penn's going down. Honestly, I think it's going down. Just my opinion. For entertainment purposes only, not investment advice, right? Yeah, Teladoc is today as well. Penn, it's just been crumbling. It's doing what I wanted it to do. I was trying to short. When was I trying to short? I was trying to short back in here and it ripped up, so then I left it alone. But it's doing what I wanted it to do back in here. It had a nice rip up. I was thinking it was going to kind of coast back down. Similar to what DKNG is doing right now. Had a rip up, but DKNG is coming back down to the support area here. But Penn is way off of support level. I think it could come down to the 30 range down here. So that's what I'm looking at. So I might try to short some Penn. I'm currently short UPS, so I'm going to try to take the trade off. And I think I have a VXX call that I'm going to try to take off here as well. I do think that VXX could probably hit 28 to 30. I do think it could push up to 28 or 30, but hard to say. Hard to say how bad of a bounce we're going to get. I think we're going to get a bounce soon, but I love how they're doing the rips at after hours and overnight, trying to lock out the retail traders. Probably, yeah. It was interesting. So, if you looked at S&P futures last night, check this out. So yesterday, let's pull up yesterday. Okay, they locked it in all day long, and then right at market close, they popped it down. Right at market close, right in here, they popped it down. As soon as market closed, they popped it down. They kept it range bound. They kept saving it every time it hit 3380 area, the low 3380, popped it up. Hit it, popped it up. Hit it, popped it up. And then right as market closed, they ripped it down. And then when after hours closed, they ripped it down even more. You know what I mean? It was crazy. So if you don't think they can't control that, there's a good example. They definitely can control pricing and the times things happen. So just be mindful. That's why it's always good just to be safe, trade the price action, not get too concerned about keep your plan in mind, but just be mindful that there's a lot of powers working against you at times. The market's not working for you. CW, what is going on? Artie, what do you think about Snap and Duncan? So Snap And Snaps dropped a good 10%. And I think it could come lower, but it hasn't really dropped that much here. I think it could come lower, but I think Snap's a tough one to short because now it's become like a meme stock and people just buy any dip and pile in, you know. That's what happens. That's what happens now with these meme stocks. Like that's what happened with Tesla. That's what happened with Apple. That's what, you know, Snap is now on the list, and that's what traders see a big gain and then they pile in. They don't care what the company does. They don't care about. It's just what they're doing. It's crazy. It's literally crazy. Oh my gosh. Teladoc, yeah, let's look up I bet Teladoc, I mean, I'm not gonna trade it, but I bet Teladoc goes to the upside. I would maybe sell some credit put spreads in here if I open interest a little bit on the low side, but I would we'll see. Last quarter, what did they do? It got pumped up and then sold all the way off. Yeah, I would if this gets a major dip, I would probably. I mean, the chart looks like for a good credit put spread up in here. How about DKNG dip, but it keeps dipping? Good news is you could always buy more. Rob says SPY 323 end of day. I mean, I don't know, man. That would be pretty aggressive. I mean, you think it's going to drop another 7 points? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they just flatline it. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think so because now the market is definitely in a weird place. I mean, Tesla's not really going down that much. So I think this is a good testament to how strong Tesla is at this price, though. FSLR. Yeah, historically this is a green day. I mean, but historically they haven't had a pandemic. Yeah, I mean, First Solar's breaking out to all-time highs. That's all you can do. However, like the pullbacks must make you sick. You know, I mean, like, you know, these pullbacks are incredible. I feel like SPY will rip today, but kill premiums. They killed a lot of premiums yesterday. All right, market just opened. Let's see what UPS is doing here. Let's see what UPS is doing. I'm gonna try to close VXX. I got that on a. Where's VXX? So I'm gonna do it on my iPad here. Close out VXX. Just kind of chill. Up quite a bit on it. All right. I think if. All right. So I was up. I mean, I made about 50% on VXX. I'm not sure. So made about 50% on VXX. So I mean, I'm not gonna complain about that. Options yet have not opened for UPS. So UPS, I don't know, unless this is broken. Well, it doesn't look broken because this is moving. I mean, this is UPS options haven't opened yet. It's just stuck here. Yeah, quotes are working. It says we're working here, so I gotta wait for UPS to open. But yeah, I sold the VXX call I had. I mean, I think we're going higher, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. You know. Yo, why don't they open up UPS options? Is UPS? What's going on with UPS? Is it? Doesn't say it's halted. Oh, there we go. Like people are like, I don't understand. Yeah, well, it's not like the price is the same on Tastyworks too for UPS. Literally, something's going on with UPS. Options are not open. It's updating. It's updating really slow. All options were delayed. Was delayed on Robinhood and Tasty. Well, VXX options were open because I was able to close that position. I don't know. You guys think the system's gonna break today? Are you guys having trouble? I mean, I was able to close out VXX on my iPad here. Let me check my phone for let me check UPS on my phone. Maybe it's the no. Not working. UPS, but guys, they beat on earnings and it's going down. What's happening? Trevor having trouble selling Snap Put on Robinhood, bro. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. So I made this video. Look at these guys. Anyways, so I made this video Robinhood the other day about being the worst broker. Yeah, I think the market's dead. Are you guys able to close? Are you guys able to close? I made this. I thought I was gonna get a lot of hate for it, but I didn't get that much hate, surprisingly. Let's check out the Discord. Now, what's going on? ZM's like the only one up. Peloton, I think Peloton's up too, right? Peloton's green. Yeah, Peloton's green. Oh, you got TLT up. TLT's all the way up. You got UVXI all the way up. You got VXX all the way up. Our boy GE coming in with a 7% climb. Watch out. The road to recovery. Think about GE is it goes up 7%, but then goes down like 50%. You know, like I'm sitting here to anyone new investing, tempted to buy. Hey, Trevor, I made a strong case. I came with the big guns with a lot of evidence. It was not biased. So I primarily looked at evidence. Man, NASDAQ got killed. Well, I guess, Trevor, you hit your target. But, yo, I still can't close out. I still can't close this out. I don't know what price it is. Maybe I should just put an order in. Maybe I should put an order in based on what my target here is. Oh, there we go. We're coming back to life. I think something happened to UPS. Well, we're actually up pretty good. Let me try to close this. Wow. That. So, what happened? So UPS, I just put an order in. So, like I was telling you guys, I got $1.25 credit for it. I put in 66 cents. It gave me 47-cent fill. So if you guys think that Tastyworks doesn't make you money, here's proof. I put in 66 cents. They gave me 47 cents. I made almost additional $20 on this position. Cheers. I mean, it wasn't a big position, but you know, I made $78. So we're slowly climbing here. A couple more trades like this. Could have a good day. But dang. They are. Yeah, Robinhood. Yeah, Robinhood definitely. I think there's a man in the middle there for sure. For sure. Dang, they are. Wow. On a day like today, though, you kind of have to be a bit cautious because it's coming down to some price targets here. I mean, if we're looking at the Nasdaq, you know, I mean, we're getting kind of close to support areas down in here. Netflix is green. Netflix is actually holding green here. I don't know if it's going to be able to hold on or not, but you know, Netflix is getting a nice pump, so we'll kind of see what happens here. I do like Netflix around the 480 area. Yeah, I mean that was crazy. That was crazy. Yeah, Netflix is popping up, but I don't trust it. Yeah. What are you guys looking at here for? Are you guys looking at any earnings plays? You guys looking to get out of some of your positions? I mean, we know bears are going to come out of here and start to reload. I mean, I'm expecting some sort of short cover, right? VIX is dipping down. VXX dipping down. I mean, VIX is up 11% today. VXX up 6%. Teledoc's rip. No. No. It is. Yeah, Teledoc. What kind of volumes are on these, man? Like, are these the thing about this, I mean, the reason why I don't include it on my earnings report here is mainly because of the volumes are really bad. Bid ask super wide. A lot of people don't know how to trade these, so I try not to encourage it. But if you can get a good price, like if you know option pricing and you can sell some premiums here, you might have a good opportunity. But yeah, these are up. I mean, it was kind of expected. These are up only 19% on this rip, though, from yesterday. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, this chart could... I mean, I do like the chart, but... Yeah, UPS. What's FedEx doing? Oh, man. FedEx has cracked. I think it could definitely hit 240 area. 240. CW. Boeing. Oh, Boeing's definitely hitting. I mean, it's at 150 now. I mean, this is a disaster. American Airlines down, Delta down. Oh man, they just took another leg down. I mean, they're just smashing this. What does the Qs look like right now? Yeah, they just crushed it. Wow. Yeah, I mean, what we got to do though, like, you got to be careful. Oh, Beyond. Oh, sorry. Does look like Beyond wants to go to 150. It does. It does look like it wants to come back. I mean, it's now back into this range of 130, 160 is this range here. So now that it's back in, it might be stuck. If it doesn't bounce here, it's going to be stuck in that range, I feel. Now, if you're not already short, you want to kind of be careful here. You don't want to just like pile in. because the rips could be aggressive. They could rip this up. I mean, Google's down 60 points. It's back down to touching the, I mean, what an ugly chart here. Back down to touching the 50-day here. Yeah, Trevor, I think that we're getting close to bounce territory. I can turn off my alert there. I think we're definitely getting close to bounce territory. I mean, I don't think we're going to have like recovery for a while, but I mean, Apple's getting smashed. Yeah, you want to be careful not to be too greedy. I mean, we've had a like on most charts we've had a straight decline for 2-3 weeks now. Apple's just been kind of slowly grinding lower. I was hoping Apple would go 120 pre-earnings. I wanted to sell a spread in there, but I wanted to sell a call spread, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think I missed my opportunity. I thought we would. I mean, I wasn't actually sure. I mean, I knew this week was going to be a little intense. I just didn't think that they were going to take down some like Apple. What's Amazon? Amazon's down 74. It's giving up its gains from yesterday. I mean, Amazon is getting hit. However, like the thing is, like if you look at like even though all this happened, Tesla's down 3%, but I feel like it's compared to the chart, it's really holding up really well in here. Between 400 and 450. I mean, might become a nice tradable stock in this range if it can maintain this. So I've just been kind of watching to see if things sell down, because it would be nice to trade Tesla in a tight range like this. Like my best times trading Tesla was like when it was like in a 50-point, 100-point range. And if it's back to that, I mean that's going to be a really good trade. I'm thinking of going long beyond if it reaches 150. Good luck, man. Good luck. I think in this market, and JP Morgan has just been nonstop selling again. I mean, I feel like we're hitting deja vu here with like a lot of the banks. I mean, every time it hit like back in here, hit 105, came all the way down to 91, came back up to 105, is now down at 97. Is this going to crack down to lower 90s? Goldman Sachs, same thing. Cracking below. Same thing that happened a month ago. Same exact thing. Are we going to bounce to these areas or are we going to actually crack? I think we're going to get a little bounce, but I'm not going to try to get too aggressive today. I mean, I'm up small, but I'm up, But I haven't been making the trades that I used to make, because there's a lot of uncertainty, obviously, with the election. So low and slow, nothing wrong with low and slow. Keep growing your account. Like people think like, even though I'm only making like most days right now I'm making $50 to $200 a day. People are like, oh, that's nothing. You should be making thousands. And yeah, I could, but. I continually keep growing my account. I mean, if you make $200 10 times, that's $2,000. If you make $50 10 times, it's $500. People don't like to grind it out like that, but I think that's the key to success in the stock market. Just grinding it out. And then next time you look back, you're like, hey, I did 30K in the market last year. It doesn't even feel like it. If you make on average $100 a day, you're gonna be making about 20K, 30K a year. But everyone gets the Lambo life. Pens pushing up. Daniel, I hope so. I want this to push back up. I want to short this. I want to short some of this. I think expected moves $5. Implied volatility at 129. I diversify everything wide. I also own some other businesses. The having lived through the 2008 recession, I'm glad I'm glad that happened when I was young, because now that I'm older and the pandemic happened, stuff like that, there's a lot of people my age that are unemployed, in big trouble. And I've maintained through the pandemic. And if anything, I've done better in the pandemic, So regardless, people often look at you like in the trading community. People also look like, oh, if you're doing anything else other than trading, you're a failure. But listen, if you're not diversifying your income, you're gonna start to fail. There's gonna be times in the markets where you are doing terrible. You need to have things to supplement that. There's going to be times in the markets that you're doing amazing too, and there's going to be times that maybe there's going to be times that your other businesses or your other sources of income are going to suffer, Like if I owned a restaurant or a bar right now, and that's all I had, I would be totally screwed, and I could be like, oh, good thing I'm trading. You know what I mean? Thankfully, I don't own a restaurant or bar. But, a lot of people in the trading community that are successful, I mean, not only am I a trader, but I'm also a business owner, entrepreneur. So I see that diversifying my income, stretching it across, and allowing to be in different markets, I mean, it's going to help you out in the long term. You know what I mean? Like when the pandemic hit, like a lot of people, like if you worked at Boeing, if you worked in the hospitality industry, you worked at any of these places, and you weren't doing anything else, it's 2008 all over again. I saw, 50-year-old men just getting laid off that were making six-figure jobs. And like back in then, like if you weren't in the market, there were people in 2008, 2009 with, masters that were making six figures incomes that were signing up for like secretary jobs and just desk work. And if that didn't wake you up and said, hey, I need to make some changes to the way that I make money in the future, because when you become 50 years old, 40 years old, 60 years old, you're not going to have the flexibility to make changes that quick. Changes take a long time. So start when you're young, start developing other sources of income when you're young, because they may take 5 years to grow, may take 10 years to grow. And then in 10 years, when you need them, like those safety nets that I built 10 years ago are working today. They're working today. What I'm doing today is going to set me up from 10 years from now. Like I think of life in 10-year increments. So what I did 10 years ago is where I am today. What I'm doing today is going to set me up for the next 10 years, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm playing the long game. I'm not here to get rich quick. I'm not here to just, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to diversify what I'm doing in general. From a trading perspective, other skill sets in demand, build a legacy. Yeah, man. Okay, they're really laying in now. They are really laying in now. NASDAQ just dropped 100 points. Man. So I know that was kind of a long answer, but I think if you learn anything about 2020, and if your income was taken away or something was taken from you, work to prevent that in the future, because it's going to happen again. It happened in 2008, 2009. It happened in 2020. Could it happen in 2030, 2040, 2050? Absolutely. Like I saw back in 2008 that, it didn't matter what college degree you had. It didn't matter that everyone was in the same boat. At the end of the day, we're all just people, Sure, there's people that have more degrees and more, whatever. But if there's no opportunities for those people, they're going to try to take whatever they can get because they need to eat. Yeah, I mean, thinking back, I mean, that was I mean, I hope that we don't go back to that, but kind of feels like if we trigger a massive recession here, the good times are not going to be like they were from 2010 to 2019. Liquidated everything yesterday, still losing money. How do you lose money if you liquidate it? Man, I don't know, Trevor, if we're gonna get a bounce. I mean, this thing is just tearing. Dang. It's just S&P's kind of stopped though. S&P's stopped, kind of balancing out here. NASDAQ is getting destroyed though. S&P's leveling out here. We'll see if it bounces here, but circuit breaker day, I don't know. I thought it would be years till we saw another circuit breaker, but I mean, we're down, but we're not like Yeah, I mean, I think what, kind of the sentiment, rising coronavirus cases could slow down economic recovery. I mean, I don't understand what people were thinking. Like they thought that it was just going to magically get better. I don't know. And yes, I do think it's going to slow down the economic recovery. Like the problem with the market though a lot of times is even though your brain knows what's right, the market doesn't always reflect that. And I think that's like the most frustrating thing is that it takes a long time for the market to actually realize that, hey, this is what's going to happen. And then when it does, something like this happens. So, I mean, and as well with, Denver, Chicago locking down, Illinois locking down. I mean, I think we're in trouble. Trevor covered, nice work, man. Yeah, they sliced that. They sliced that hard. Derek 33 on S&P. Yeah, I know this thing is just getting. People are starting to get. I think they're starting to get scared. I literally don't have any positions on right now. I'm just, I'm just. I mean, I closed all that I had. Well, could be dicey. I mean, since open, they've just dropped it. I mean, SPY tried to push up a little bit, but they took that down $2. The Qs at open's just been getting slammed. But just be mindful that when we have major rip downs like this, there's major rip ups. So don't get trapped on the long side or the short side. I mean, if you're not sure how to trade this, just don't. It's okay to sit out. It's okay. It's okay to sit out. I mean, I made a couple hundred a day. Not great, but at the same time, I'm green, so I can't complain. Is Penn still pushing up? No. Nope. I thought maybe it was going to push 60. If it pushed 60, I was going to try to put a position on, but no. Not happening. Candles even broke. The candles even broke. Well, we'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to take off. You guys have a great trading day. Be careful. Keep your risk low. Don't force the trade. Just look for good opportunities. Look for good setups. Take it easy. Be low and slow. The trade will come to you. The trade will come to you. So stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.